Right. Okay. So yeah. So let's see if we can find anything else that's going to go in here. Now the pyro and so yeah, this was the thing with the smouldering. So with the smouldering, we want to do a separate chest for that probably because that's going to go pyro and lux. But then again, probably not. Maybe I don't need to do a separate chest for this one actually. Now hateful. You see, hateful connects to another line. So we probably don't want to go back there. Let's not go back there because that is. I've already sort of got ideas on this chest. So yeah, let's say that let's just include the smouldering. Now austere is definitely anchor B. Yep. And in fact, okay, so let's just include what we have here, which are the Lux and the Dante, and by extension we'll have the Pyro. And is that the last one? Yes. And it makes sense I've got the Gellid as well. Alright, so let's just grab those ones as well then. So yes, like I said, we're not going to take the Skulking. We just want the Lux, the Pyro. Do I have them in here? Oh, the Spidery. We want that one definitely. There's the. Where did I actually see them? It wasn't in here, was it? Okay. No, not in that one then. Alright, do we have anything here that could be moved? This is going to be a completely different branch. Again, spidery one. You see, things are a bit of a mess, so... I mean, a lot of a mess, to be honest. But they're not going to be a mess once I finish with this. They're going to be really nicely organised. So, anything here that's going to go? We're going to need to do... The ghastly can go. The ghastly can go. The charmed we're going to want. So we're just going to think about the bees that I've been doing so far, just to not get confused. You know, this is not something you should really do at this stage. It's a very bad idea, in fact. But unfortunately, I didn't really have much of a choice. It looks like we're clear. Okay. We'll take that. Don't want the Skulker, but we do want the Ghastly. Don't want that. Do want the Supernatural as well. The Supernatural is where the Arcane and the Supernatural. So we can't take the Ethereal because that's more than 5. Yes. We can take. So we want the Arcane and the Supernatural. We want that in this chest over here. Alright, so we're going to remove some of the ones we know are incorrect here. So the Supernatural goes in here. We're going to put the Blizzy here, as well as the Ghastly drones. More Ghastly drones. That drone. That one. This. And this. Enchanted is going to go in the other one. Esoteric, no. Supernatural goes in the other one. Supernatural. Abnormal is different. That's part of the quantum branch, isn't it? Let me just check if this is an anchor B. Alright, so we need charmed. So here is charmed, enchanted, chaotic goes in here. Have I got? Don't want the destabilized in here. The windy is fine in here. The supernatural is fine in here. Mystical, no. This goes in the other one. Now, what was going on with this one? This is a small branch, I think. Yeah, it is. Alright, we don't want the Eldritch in there. We don't want this one in here. Charmed, windy. That doesn't belong. 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 And let's clear out. Let's go in here. This doesn't belong in either chest, so. Alright, so let's and the redstone line as well isn't going to belong in here either. Okay, they do look quite similar. But, you know, it's actually interesting to see the different colours there. You can, they are actually a few shades different. I'd love to know what the actual distance is, but anyway, I'm not going to focus on. I'm really trying to focus on this. So anything that the charmed make, so enchanted or supernatural, anything the enchanted make supernatural. Okay, so that's literally, it may as well start supernatural. Earthen, ethereal, and you see once we go past ethereal, it goes into different places, doesn't it? And we're saying we're only using where the supernatural goes, because this is a different place. This is obviously a different place that we've already got established. And yeah, the thing about this place though, the reason I put it in here is because there's only one in there. There's only one in that box. This place, again, there's only... Oh, actually there are more, but I haven't gone this direction at all yet. I don't think I even went this direction. No. No, I didn't go in that direction. But what I will do then, because this is the direction I did go in, I'll go for the... So that needs an aware, and the aware needs an attuned, but the tuned is a hive bee. So I'll put aware, spirit, and soul in here as well. That makes sense. So this is actually a pretty nice... so the aware, this is aware, isn't it? That's, well, the attuned... Yeah, no, I don't want to put that one in there, actually. Okay. Well, I've actually made some progress, but I need to make a lot more. Okay, let's now... So now what I want to do is I want to start bringing over some of the other bees from the other place. So we've got no... Well, we'll leave the that bee there. Alright, so the spidery, yes, we want. So I'm just going to take anything that is going to be useful at this juncture that I can actually sort correctly. Now the unweary, what did I want to do with the unweary? Well, the unweary goes in a completely different place. The unweary I wouldn't put as an anchor bee there. The majority of the unwearies are... that's an interesting one. Probably with a... It'll either be farm or lead, wouldn't it? Let's not look at the unweary then. So I'm trying to focus on this. So is there anything here that's going to be useful to put over? The windy drone. And that one. Okay. So again, let's actually, seeing as I've actually, so I've got everything from there. Let's just go on a little tour around. So that these chests actually get on their way to getting sorted. Let's remove this stuff. So the charmed again. This is going to look really good. This is what you've got to think about when you're organising. You've got to think this is going to look really great when I'm done it. That doesn't belong in there, does it? No. Come on, Charmed, get in there. Oh, nickel, why is that in there? Or electrum. So enchanted, supernatural, charmed. And we want to put the soul and the... let's get the soul bees if I can find them. Do I have the soul bees anywhere? Not in these. Let's just use... We'll use both resources here. Because it'll be easier to pull from two different resources than it will be from one. Okay, so everything here is ready for sorting. Alright, let's just clear out this chest completely. And let's just confirm what exactly I want in here. So it comes from the Skull King. Yeah. So we've got everything from here that I'm happy with. The Smouldering does have some extra stuff. So I want the Lux as well. I'm going to want the Lux, the Dante and the Pyro. They're the other ones that I haven't actually got yet. I'm just trying to remember if there's any more. Don't think there's too much more that I haven't got from this. That I've actually created at least. So I do want the Lux if I can find it. The Lux. Okay, let's take out some of the stuff that doesn't belong in here. Okay. So that doesn't belong. That doesn't belong. That doesn't belong. No. Well, I just took out everything. I didn't put the Spidery Princess in, did I? All right, that's good. All right, we'll leave the. Well, I don't want these in here. But I do want that. Alright, so that chest is now pretty well sorted. You can see we've got... and it would be nice to actually... That is going to be sorted in a minute. Alright, so we do need to find... If I can find the... I'd like to be able to find the... Chaotic. We can sort that. Ocean, we cannot sort that. Not yet. But it's, again, we can't put that. We can't sort this one. You see, the thing is, the reason we don't want to do that is because if we're mixing it with something which is not, you know, if we're mixing it with a different bee, a common or something, it's not going to be. It's actually going to be more inconvenient to have it in the chest. So even though it looks like you want to sort it in the same chest as the magic bees, you don't actually want it. No, like I said, less than 4. Alright, that's good though. That's good. Good. Organisation is pretty hard though, I've got to say. And especially for bees, because there's no way you can just do it beforehand. You have to do it after, really. This is why it's difficult, because you have to make a big mess and then clear it up. See, and that's really the way, and I kind of like that aspect of it. But I do want the soul bees in here, so I need to actually find them. Here we go. Here's some of the other ones we need. It's actually interesting. You see, and the good thing about clearing stuff up is that we're not going to get onto that yet. The industrial is going to be a bit of an awkward one, because I bet that's going to be. Yeah, you see, yeah. So yeah, so the industrials will not count as an anchor bee because it's 4. So that's the. So but anything 3 or less is not an anchor bee. Now anything... Let me just fucking define the rule correctly. If a bee is... has greater or equal to... No, has greater than 3 pages on the usage in NEI, then it is. Yeah, see, I couldn't find the rule credit. I've forgotten it now. But I'm sure that, and I'm sure I know what it is. It's just that if it's more than. Did I want to define it as 3 or 4 now? I shouldn't make this mistake. Yeah, no, I want it to be 3. 3 pages or less is not an anchor. So an anchor B is defined. No, 4 pages. Did I want to do? No, I wanted to do 3. Yeah, I did want to do 3. So this actually is an anchor B, the industrious. Okay. Just like the ethereal, because the ethereal was. Oh no, the ethereal was 6 actually. All right. So yeah, hopefully this slight confusion I got will not mess it up too much, but we'll see, I guess. All right. So. Okay. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. So we're getting some nice sorting now. This is actually sorting pretty nicely. No. Okay. And here I want the soul bees. Aware and spirit. Aware will be fine, spirit will be fine as well. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, let's now take some... I'm going to get rid of that honeycomb, by the way. Let's just check, see if we can get any more bees away. I'm going to want to take those in a minute. Not at the moment, though. Honestly, I may as well take every fucking bee at this point. Because the more bees I get from the outsides, the easier it will be with me. Because, you know, I'm going to want to centralise the whole lot at this point. And there's not that many bees on the outside, so it shouldn't be too hard to do this. Okay. Now the pupil, this is a problem. The arcane. It's going to make sense to have that section with everything else, the pupil and the arcane as well. There's a GAC, you can see this is similar. No, I don't want those. I'm just trying to remember how the bronze came. No. Alright, so let's just take... well, I can't take the ones I want actually, now I think about it. There's probably more in here. Not many more though. You see a lot. The thing is, I've got a huge amount of skeletal bees just because that was the very first bee I did, and I was really, yeah, I was really going for it with that one, I guess. So they'll be the ones that will get straight into DNA shredder. All right, where did I put my food? Oh, what's that one doing still there? Don't I have some? I'm sure I had some food. Did I eat it all? No. Oh, I can't believe I ate all the food. Oh no. Fucking hell. That is like the worst. That's probably the worst ever. That's literally the worst it could be. That's like the one spot where you like, well, you can't fucking miss slot fucking 5. Okay. Organising is so difficult. But I think I've got it. I think I've got it. See, as long as because I have to do this because I need to understand where these bees are in correlation with everything else. There's just no other option. You know, it's similar. It's similar in a way. It is similar to life in the sense that because once I said, is there a way out? But the answer is there is no way out, except for death, obviously. But there is no way out. So even though it's like, oh, I really can't be fucked to sort this crap, you have to just do it. There we go. Spirit and earthen. We'll take that and charmed and aware. Now I'm thinking I've filled up this thing too much. Is the water one? Let me just check the water one. This I don't think. I think this is actually. I always get confused with this, but this is actually a very high tier B. I'm pretty sure it is. Except for I'm horribly wrong. It's a very basic B. Okay, oops. Forget about that then. Okay, we need these. These. Alright. Well, this chest is doing well. This chest not doing so well. I may have to make it into double. But charmed, earthen, aware, spirit. Is that it? So you can see now this is all in the same sort of ballpark now. Spirit and the soul and the other ones do come from the same kind of place, don't they? I think so. Kind of. Supernatural. Yeah, kind of. They all come from the supernatural and arcane mix. Yeah, this is why I had the supernatural in here. Yes, 3. Yeah, so 3 doesn't. Is not. Yeah, the 4. Anything with 4 is an anchor B. So the industrious would be an anchor B. Sorry about that. I'm not sure I actually made the watery. Oh, that's looking nice though. It looks much better. Now the pupil will go to savant, scholarly. This is a bit of a problem, this one. Huh. Maybe I won't have that in there. See, the thing about the pupil is that it can go into a completely different place. And this obviously it breaks stuff. And the thing about the pupil as well is that pupil really is not based on this. It's a different place. So if you look at the pupil, we're going to go. Really, what you do with the pupil is you go not here. You go to the savant. Well. I don't know. I'm not sure about putting the pupil in there though. I feel like this is good enough in terms of what I've done here. This makes sense, and it's also the chest is full. So I'll think of a different spot for the pupil. And I feel like I've sorted those bees pretty nicely now. What about this chest? This chest feels like it's already done. Yeah, it's just anything with sort of spiteful, withering fiend, and I know they're all closely related anyway. I wouldn't put this, but the Lux. You see, the reason I'd put the Lux with the magic bees is just because it would make sense to put it in there. I think. I mean, there's not any other ones there, but at the end of the day, it does go with the smouldering. But yeah, I mean, there's difficult choices to be made. I should really have tried to stick to what I was saying before, though. Okay. So what now then? Let's make. I feel like just making something with one with just like farmy and one which is metally, and then seeing if I can sort from there. Let's just get. I want to get all the bees out though at this point. Let's just get them all out. So that is. It's only an auto anvil. Let's see what I can do with that. There's no more bees. Well, these bees I do need. I'm going to do those bees. The thing is, I'm actually going to be working with these bees in a minute. Well, not in a minute, but at some point pretty soon. So that's the reason I don't do them. So let's try to... The shadow bees now. There's no real spot for these bees, actually. I want to make a spot for them. You see, in terms of the magic bees, it was easy to sort those out. But with the other bees, it may not be quite the same. And also, do I want to... And also, maybe it may... For stuff like the metal bees as well, it's like... Well, I could just, you know... This, I want this to be like this. For sure. So, darkened goes to abyssal. Abyssal, and then the shadowed is before, isn't it? And then sinister. Sinister's probably got, yeah, sinister's got quite a few pages. So that would be an anchor bee as well. You see, in a sense, the hive bees also count as anchor bees. So I could start making a hive bee one. So austere will be an anchor. Yeah, sinister is an anchor. Embittered is a hive bee, so that will have more than 5 pages as well. So let's just try and get anchor. The abyssal obviously is not an anchor. So the abyssal is going to go... We'll do a chest for metals and then a chest for so any bees left. It's going pretty well actually. Right, this section now I haven't really dealt with. Okay. So we're going to want to get all the metals out, I think, because the auric definitely don't belong in there. Let's just make this a section for the skeletal, because there's so many fucking skeletals. Honestly, I don't really need them all, but... And the sugary come from the farmy bees, don't they? Sweetened. The sugary. I mean, is that the ripening and then the fruiting? That isn't really anywhere near the bovine, though, is it? I was kind of hoping it would be. No. No, I need to just keep these as they are, I think. The auric definitely doesn't belong in there, though. So let's just do the arid. So we're not going to start there. So the arid, anything the arid can do. Barren and desolate. Desolate and gnawing. Skeletal, creepy, hazardous, and decaying. Hazardous. Where does the this bee come in then? resilient. Okay. So what we'll do, I think. No, resilient doesn't go here. So where does darken come from then? Where does shadow come from, rather? Surely it comes from tolerant. Yeah, this takes it in a different place. Alright, let's focus on this then anyway. Sugary I don't want in here. Nor bovine. Wait, bovine is not the same place, is it? Bovine is not the same place as sugary either, though. See, bovine is an interesting bee, and it's just bovine really doesn't belong anywhere. Bovine would belong in the rural section, I guess. Rural's got so fermented, fruity, bovine, farmly thriving. Again, not really. Bovine goes with apatine then, and is like a link, yeah. So what I'd like to do, I think, is okay, let's just put these out. Alright, I want to do something with the sugary now. What I may do here is, I know the bovine goes with apatine, and I know that the sugary is going to come in as well. The skeletal drones are not going there. So there's a few different things that I'm thinking at the moment. Right, the supernatural we need to put away. And the invisible line as well. The arcane we need to put away. Okay. Alright. So we'll just put the supernatural in here. We have an arcane. Okay. So sugary, bovine, skeletal, auric section. So let's just check this is looking good. Where's that stuff? Skills. Frugal, mutable. Where's mutable? I think mutable fits in nicely. Mutable goes to crumbling, invisible, and transmuting. So mutable will go with invisible. Mutable will go with invisible. So it's interesting. There's a few things where it's almost just like pairs. There's not really. I haven't done enough. The bovine again. I don't. Was there a reason this managed to get to skeletal? Let me just go back to skeletal just to check how I actually got there. It's quite a long way. Desolate with frugal. Desolate was arid and barren. Frugal was modest and yeah. Not really a particularly interesting path in terms of that. The ripening goes with the sugary. The industrious, we said, is an anchor bee. Tolerant. Tolerant is going to go with the shadow bees, isn't it? The tolerant will go in here. And it also, I would want to have the robust and resilient in there as well. You see the robust and then the resilient. So I want to have robust, resilient, and then if I happen to have any of these, which I actually do, don't I? Yeah, so let's not actually organise the metal, because the thing is, organising them, just all the metal bees together is actually a waste of time because it doesn't mean anything. So let's not do that. Let's put in this chest lapis, and if I had rust, do I have rusty? I do, don't I? This goes into the nuclear line now. And here's the thing, I probably don't have that many nuclear bees, so it might be a good idea just to put this whole lot in there. So we're going to want, yeah, so this is what I'm going to do, I think, then. Yeah, but this is the problem. The darkened comes from... You see, they both come from... Yeah, I mean, the darkened comes from tolerant, and then they switch, don't they? You can either go robust, which is going to take you to resilient, and which is going to take you to nuclear, or you go... This is why this is very an interesting pathway. Or you go shadowed, and that's going to take you to abyssal, basically. But they're not. But they're both based on the tolerant aspect, on the tolerant bee. And we are going to. So basically, yes. So the robust line is. You see, the robust line isn't really big enough to. Yeah, the shadowed line, rather, it's not really big enough to do anything with. It's going to have like 5 bees in the chest. So we do need to have a bit more in that chest. And the best thing to put in there is the all the nuclear stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, let me just get rid of this. Alright, so I want to get all the nuclear stuff. I also want the lapis bees, right? So we look at the lapis bees. They're in the place where I basically want them. So we just need to check the... This is the interesting thing. So like I say, 3 or lower, again, that's fine. Put in here. So rusty, corroded, lapis, leaden. And then I'm pretty sure I didn't go down a lot of these paths, so I only would have gone down the sort of corroded path, the glittering path, the radioactive, the nuclear path. So what I need to do then is get all the lapis bees I can find. And I need to find the section. There will be a fairly substantial number of bees that are going to be suitable for this area. Alright, so this is looking good. The chest is actually looking much better now. Already I can tell the difference. It gives me that it just makes it so much better. So we want the skeletal not in here. The mutable, did we decide what to do with the mutable yet? Mutable goes to crumbling, invisible. But there was no... I don't think there was any real decision about what I wanted to do with this. No. But the skeletal, I do want to start aggregating them correctly. The enchanted doesn't belong in there. It's amazing why it seems like I'm getting less bees, but in fact it's just that I didn't stack anything properly before. Alright, so we know the lapis. So the lapis is going to go in this one. And then we'll have all the nuclear bees in here. We'll obviously remove this stuff. We'll just take it out now. Alright, well, join me in the next episode. I think you can probably tell what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot more chest sorting. But I've got to do this stuff, so what can I say? Thanks for watching.